read to me the nameplate?
Judge Eboni K. Williams.
So the only thing that matters in this particular courtroom is how I see it. I am from North Carolina by way of Louisiana with some West Coast cool and a New York edge. Do we have a problem, ma'am?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Equal justice is all about the most important values of our country: freedom, integrity, and those are the things that I'm striving for. Ma'am, you run your household, this man gets to run his. I decided to become an attorney and pursue the law. I wanted to be a voice for the voiceless. This court cannot hold this woman accountable. People from all sectors of life, black, white, purple, gay, straight, queer, and that's what equal justice with Judge Eboni K. Williams is all about.
Jeffrey Meyers claims he took a photo with his favorite streamer at Comic-Con, but the defendant forcefully removed him. Bodyguard Torres says the sword-carrying plaintiff got too close to his client and appeared to be a threat.
Jeffrey Meyers here for my plaintiff and Torres as my defendant. Mr. Meyers, I see you are suing Mr. Torres for $605. You do cite a personal injury. What brings you to court, sir?
To start things off, I'm a huge anime fan and I like video games. Recently, I went to a Comic-Con, a convention. Basically what that is, a bunch of people with the same interests that gather up, they dress up, you know, they get to meet people that stream or Twitch, you know, it's a pretty big thing. One of my favorite streamers, she was going to be there. This here was a 3-day event. It was during the weekend.
Sure.
She was going to be there specifically on a Saturday, so I had to make time, buy a ticket, because I mean, I've been her biggest fan since day one.
Okay.
So I really
What makes her so special, sir? What's so great about this particular, what is she, a streamer or gamer?
She's a streamer and she's a gamer.
Okay.
I've been there since day one, since she was basically nobody, and right now she's pretty big, so it means a lot for me to like actually meet her. But yeah, she was gonna be there that Saturday.
Okay.
I bought me the ticket, and I was just super excited to like actually get to meet one of my favorite like streamers.
How does this work? You buy a ticket and you're able to do like a meet and greet, or what's the situation?
No, so the ticket itself, it's just to enter the Comic-Con.
Okay.
And then there's different streamers in there.
Okay.
She happened to be in there, so I went ahead and bought a day pass.
But you went specifically to see this one streamer?
Yes,
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, so how does Mr. Torres get involved in this?
So it all started, basically, I mean, like I said, super excited. I had a homemade suit on. I worked very hard on my cosplay.
You said a homemade suit?
Yes, I made a costume based off of my favorite anime character.
Do you have a photo of it?
Yes, I do.
I just got to see this. Please, Elijah, give me the whole folder.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you. What exactly is this we're looking at, Mr. Myers?
It's supposed to be like a Viking warrior.
A Viking warrior,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
It's giving Viking warrior, okay. And this is your favorite gamer and streamer?
That's right.
Okay,
yes.
what's her name?
Her gamer tag is Cosmic Clutch, but she goes by Cece.
Cece.
Yes.
Okay, so you did eventually get your picture with Cece.
I did.
Okay,
It did cost me a price, though.
So what did it cost you?
When I was like around maybe 30th in line, I noticed Mr. Torres up there right next to Cece. I could tell right off the top that he was her personal security guard.
He's security. Okay.
Yes. From a distance, I noticed him like screaming something to the crowd. I'm like probably like 10th in line. I see like a couple girls up like their turn and they're like holding
With
her.
Cece?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
I'm up there. I have a prop knife, which I mean, as you can tell,
that we're seeing right here.
Yes, it's made out of rubber. I was able to go through security with it. I mean, it's fake.
I mean,
as
it looks,
you can see.
was this plastic or something?
It's rubber.
Rubber, okay.
Yes, that's right. And yeah, I mean, I was able to take a picture, and that's when out of nowhere, I noticed Mr. Torres grabbing my hand when I had my prop knife in and just put it on my back and just raise it up. And he just starts hurting me, right? He just starts like trying to walk me out the conventions, supposedly because I was like assaulting or...
Oh, so he saw you as a threat?
Yes.
Okay, let's get Mr. Torres in here. Mr. Torres, okay. So you were working as the personal security guard for the celebrity here, Miss Cece.
Yes, I was.
Okay, so then your job becomes to what? Try to kind of
ensure
temper
that she's, you know, to make sure that she's protected, right?
That
She's safe.
So people are not really supposed to touch her when they approach her for the photo.
Exactly.
Okay, and you, when he said, Mr. Myers said you were yelling something, he couldn't really hear it. Was that the instruction you were giving the crowd, not to touch?
Yes, due to the fact that before he had walked up, we actually had 3 incidents that occurred in the same day, right? Where there were certain male figures that had happened to walk up and they wanted to take pictures and they were holding her in a certain way where she wasn't feeling comfortable. So then it's at which point Cece actually walked up to me and told me make sure that I'm not being hugged.
She didn't want any contact.
Exactly.
So when we're looking at this photo of Mr. Meyers here and we see his hand on the waist, she didn't really like that.
No, not at all. She actually gave me a look, which is when obviously I stepped in, right? And in the sense too, right, the way he was also holding the dagger, right? It was something that she didn't feel comfortable with, and at which point is when I decided to step in and I apprehended him.
But did you give him a verbal command first, sir?
Yes, I did. So, right, when he was standing in line...
Do you remember that, sir?
No, he did not. I mean, when I reached first in line, like I said, I saw a couple people ahead of me hold her and like put their hands on her shoulder, and I thought
but
it
I
was
think,
okay.
did you say they were girls, though?
They seemed like at least 18 years old. They were not tiny girls.
Your Honor, they were 12.
But they were females.
Yes, they were.
And you do acknowledge for some, not everybody, but for some ladies, they might have more comfort with other ladies having more contact than necessarily a man. You understand that?
I understand that.
And is that what you're saying, Mr. Torres?
Yeah, you know, and at the end of the day, too, right, we go back to the same thing that you were stating, right?
Yeah.
You know, these men, right, I'm sorry, but some of these guys that come to these cosmic, you know, they come to these events, right, they don't really have that much interaction with females. So whenever they actually...
Oh, now don't be saying I said that. I ain't say that, Mr. Torres.
So whenever they see someone...
You ain't heard me say that.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
I actually also notified him in regards to, you know, moving forward, right, I know you're next, make sure that you don't happen to hug him or don't happen
So
to...
somebody's lying.
And later,
He was awarded the vehicle that we shared. Over the past several years, he has been making unauthorized withdrawals to pay for repairs related to that vehicle.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with the case of Jeffrey Meyers, who blames Sean Torres for injuries incurred at a Comic-Con convention.
You're going a bit further, I would say, and you're saying that because they have limited real life interaction with certain women, when they get this type of scenario and they're proximate and close in person, that they may not really know how to conduct themselves.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, and it's based off of, you know,
Experience.
Experience.
This is what you've seen.
Exactly.
Okay, let's just be clear. That's what Mr. Torres said. Judge Eboni did not say that. Okay. All right, let's get back to you, Mr. Meyers. You have also submitted evidence. You're saying that once he took the rubber knife, put your arm behind your back, basically trying to apprehend you.
Correct.
Okay, and you're saying you sustained injuries as a result of this.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. You have submitted, I see, medical bills, emergency room, wow, x-ray, you had to get a cortisone shot. Man, you paid $500 for this. Why all the extensive injuries, sir? What happened?
So like I said earlier, I mean, he was using excessive force on me for no reason. I mean, it could have went a different route. I mean, yeah, maybe like I didn't hear him say don't touch the person. I mean, it could have been simple, like, you know, he could have tapped my shoulder and be like, hey, don't do that.
So
I mean,
you're saying to the court that you didn't hear any verbal command that told you to step away, remove your hand, or anything?
Absolutely
So
not.
this happened, and next thing you know, your arm's behind your back and you're on the ground.
Exactly.
Okay, what do you have to say about that, Mr.
No,
Torres?
that's a lie. I mean, you know, I clearly said it, right? I was screaming it out. Not only that, as people were walking in, not just only that, but I also spotted him in the line. You know, I saw him overly excited, right? So even when he happened to step in, when it was actually his turn, I actually also notified him in regards to, you know, moving forward, right? I know you're next. Make sure that you don't happen to hug him or don't happen
So
to...
somebody's lying, because you're saying you said it, and you're saying he didn't say it.
He did not say that.
Okay, so I'm going to have to determine, because somebody's lying in my courtroom. And I don't like liars, gentlemen, just so we're clear. I do see also, Mr. Meyers, you've submitted into evidence that you want to be reimbursed for your entire ticket. You paid $105.
That is right.
I'm guessing you want to be reimbursed because your day got cut short?
That is right.
Now, how long were you in the convention?
Exactly 3 hours, which is like the amount of time I was in line.
Okay. And then you were forced to leave because you had to go take care of your injuries.
Yeah, I had to call a friend to take me to the ER, and that's where I was diagnosed with a sprained shoulder.
Oh, okay, so that's the cortisone shot. Okay. All right, well, how you feeling today, sir?
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to like settle this here today, here now. I mean, what happened that day was unacceptable. It could have went a different route, like I said. I mean, it could have been a simple like, hey, don't do that, or just kind of like a tap or a signal like, hey, you know, don't touch her. I mean, I'm a guy who understands, you know, if I was to receive that instruction, I'll be like, okay,
You
I'll do
understand no means no.
that. No means no.
Okay.
It's just the fact that I did not hear him or he did not say
didn't
anything
hear
to
it.
me.
Okay. All right. This is what I'm gonna do, gentlemen. You're asking the court for $105 for your ticket and $500 for your medical injuries. Mr. Torres, I think that you do a very important job, which is keeping very high-profile individuals, especially in the day in which we live, where people can get excitable and project, sometimes artificially, connection and closeness that doesn't exist. And I'm not blaming anything on anybody or pointing any fingers, but I am saying that we know these things can happen. So it's actually very important what you do, that somebody with the training and the expertise can stand in a posture of protection. I think it's very important work. Now, can you overreact and be too aggressive in this line of work? Yes. But I got to look at the photo, Mr. Meyers, and I don't think that in this day and age, anybody should be touching anybody, to be honest, period. I think it's very important that we err on the side of caution and we keep our hands to ourselves. So I do think you contributed to some of the injuries that you sustained. But I'm not really convinced that the level of aggression matched what I saw in the picture. Do I think he was a bit out of bounds with the holding of the waist? I do. But it sounds like all of this hemming up that you were doing maybe was a bit much. Okay, so I'm going to consider you as contributing to the injury sustained. Now, I do think if you got your picture, you waited in line for 3 hours, you got to meet the woman of your dreams, I don't think you get reimbursed for that, sir. So I'm going to toss the $105 claim, and I'm going to have you two gentlemen split the $500 bill evenly, okay? Because you should have kept your hands to yourself, and I do believe you overreacted, sir. So I'm going to put the judgment at $250 exactly to the plaintiff. That's my ruling.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $250.
Any final thoughts?
Yeah, besides the fact that I don't think I should have to pay anything.
I just feel like that day could have ended differently, but I mean, we're here now.
Okay, you've had your day in court. Please grab your belongings. Follow me.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
I would have expected that I would have received the same car as we had agreed upon 2 weeks ago when we finalized our divorce.
This is Equal Justice. Sarah Walker claims her ex secretly withdrew money from her bank account to pay for his own car repairs. Carter Mitchell says he was awarded the vehicle in the divorce, but his ex neglected it and should cover the repairs.
What brings you to court, ma'am?
I am suing Carter, who is my ex-husband. We divorced about 3 years ago. At the time, he was awarded the vehicle that we shared, and as is condition, over the past several years, he has been making unauthorized withdrawals to pay for repairs related to that vehicle that are coming straight from my personal savings account. And I actually have a copy of the decree. If you would like
Great.
to
Give
see
your
it.
whole folder, please, to Elijah, the whole evidence folder. Just give your whole folder. Fabulous. Thank you, ma'am. It says that the court orders that the vehicle shall be awarded to you, Mr. Mitchell, with all existing conditions, defects, and liabilities.
Correct, Your Honor, but if I may,
Please.
I would have expected that I would have received the same car as we had agreed upon 2 weeks ago when we finalized our divorce.
Okay, so I'm seeing that the bumper looks one way on the picture to the left.
I mean, as you can see, Your Honor, the paint has been scratched and it is scuffed and it creaks when I go over bumps, and I'm just afraid for my safety.
Okay, so not a big difference there. Okay, so let's move on to these tires. I don't know, Elijah, it looks kind of cosmetic, huh?
Speaking from personal experience, I am afraid to drive in a vehicle with tires that might not be up to code.
I'm supposed to believe that this woman further damaged the vehicle before handing it off to you?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, yes, I'm just as shocked as you are.
What do you have to say for that, ma'am?
I delivered the car to him in the exact same condition as when we signed the paperwork. It took a couple of weeks.
And how would you describe that condition? Let's all use the same language. Was the car in a pristine condition?
Reasonable but used.
Okay.
Definitely not a pristine or new vehicle.
Okay, so you knew that's what you were getting, Mr. Mitchell. Why are you trying to act brand new up in this courtroom?
Well, Your Honor, I mean, it's past cosmetics. Now it's just a fear of what's going to happen if my tire falls off.
So I was
or my
told,
bumper.
and I see here in the evidence, that you spent quite a bit of money to try to bring it up to code.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm looking at a receipt, body panel repair, structural realignment of the bumper, front quarter panel paint, etc. So I just want to say on my own behalf that I was correct in saying a lot of this is cosmetic, but you spent $4,500 to make it more presentable, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
That car did not arrive in as-is conditions. It was worse.
This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with the case of Sarah Walker, who blames her ex, Carter Mitchell, for unauthorized withdrawals from her bank account.
You put that on a credit card, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
It is a shared credit card.
And that you are also on?
When we were married, he had linked that credit card to my savings account.
Oh.
I did find out that later he was using my separate, at this time, savings account to pay off his separate, at this time, credit card.
Okay, so I'm looking at a $100 monthly auto pay going to this credit card.
Yes.
So she's paying the monthly bill.
That is correct, Your Honor, but that money was owed to me
And
because
why was
that car did not arrive in as-is conditions. It was worse.
You know, I used to practice family law, and a lot of times it would be looking like it was about the money, but you know, it wasn't even about the money, Elijah. It was because one person just wanted to stay in communication. They wanted to keep having an issue. Do you still have feelings for this woman, sir?
Of course I do, Your Honor.
Okay.
I tried so hard.
Okay, was the marriage torn apart because of financial issues?
No, primarily the marriage was torn apart because of maturity issues.
Oh.
We got married young.
Okay.
We had been together since middle school.
And you grew up and he didn't?
Basically, yes. I grew up a lot faster than he did, and
Okay.
it just caused constant
Okay,
problems.
Mr. Mitchell, this sob story, please, sir, please. Okay, Ms. Walker, you have moved on, I'm hearing?
Yes.
You are
so
engaged to be married?
I am.
Okay. How do you feel about that, Mr. Mitchell?
Well, I have to be truthful, Your Honor. It hurts, but I am happy to see that she's happy.
Is that true?
Of course, Your Honor. I mean, this is always going to be a dagger in my heart, Your Honor.
Judge Eboni's verdict when Equal Justice returns. This is Equal Justice.
I'm not buying an argument, sir, that the car was additionally damaged after your possession of it or what have you. So I see no legal issue there. And I think the only thing we need to resolve is the fact that you have indeed been unjustly enriched to the tune of $100 a month. And I think that money is owed back to the plaintiff. I rule in favor of the plaintiff for the full judgment asked, $2,400 to the plaintiff.
All
Move on, sir. Move on.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $2,400.
Any final thoughts for you?
Yes. For me, I'm glad that we could really get this resolved today.
Yeah, I hope you and your husband are happy, Sarah.
Okay. Judge has made her ruling. Please grab your belongings. Follow me. Ladies first.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.